CMSCA Support and Resistance Levels Technical Analysis, April 21 to July 18.
Overview. Comcast Corporation, CMSCA, exhibited a volatile trend with an overall upward bias from April 21 to July 18. The stock opened at 33.75 on April 21, peaked at 36.66 on July 1, and closed at 34.54 on July 18. Reflecting a 2.3% increase from the starting point. Significant volume spikes occurred on April 24, 44,282,341 shares, May 30, 31,652,156 shares, and June 20, 42,693,904 shares, compared to an average volume of about 15 to 25 million shares. Technical indicators, RSI 44.83, StochRSI K 11.58, and CCI -91.94 suggest neutral to slightly oversold conditions, indicating potential consolidation or a minor bounce. This analysis identifies key support and resistance levels based on price action, volume, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and technical indicators.
Support levels: 34.54, July 18 close. The July 18 closing price of 34.54 with a volume of 14,788,113 shares serves as the immediate support level. Significance: this level aligns with the recent low of 34.43 and is supported by moderate volume. The RSI 44.83 and StochRSI K 11.58 suggest potential stabilization or bounce point. 34.28 July 17 low. The July 17 low of 34.28 with a closing price of 34.7 and volume of 17,545,605 shares is a near-term support level. Significance: this level aligns with the Bollinger lower band 34.14 and is supported by significant volume, reinforcing it as a key support zone. 34.38 June 20 low. The June 20 low of 34.38 with a closing price of 34.53 and volume of 42,693,904 shares represents a midterm support level. Significance: this level is supported by a significant volume spike and aligns with the 20-day SMA 35.25, marking a strong historical base. 33.83 May 29 low. The May 29 low of 33.83 with a closing price of 34.28 and volume of 22,617,246 shares is a longer-term support level. Significance: this level is supported by high volume and aligns with the Bollinger lower band on that date, 33.78, indicating a robust support zone.
Resistance levels: 35.42 July 10 close. The July 10 closing price of 35.42 with a volume of 15,137,087 shares is the immediate resistance level. Significance: this level aligns with the 5-day SMA 35.69 and is supported by significant volume, marking a near-term barrier. 35.38 July 2 close. The July 2 closing price of 35.83 with a volume of 24,144,792 shares serves as a key resistance level. Significance: this level is near the 10-day SMA 35.15 and supported by high volume, indicating a strong resistance zone. 36.33 July 1 close. The July 1 closing price of 36.33 with a volume of 22,857,494 shares represents a major resistance level. Significance: this level aligns with the peak high of 36.66 and is supported by significant volume, marking a critical barrier for further upside.
Technical indicators and support resistance relationship. RSI 14, 44.83. RSI indicates neutral conditions, supporting 34.54 as a stabilization point. A move above 50 could target 35.42 resistance, while a drop below 40 may test 34.28 support. StochRSI K 5, 11.58. StochRSI is slightly oversold, reinforcing 34.54 as a potential bounce point. CCI 20, negative 91.94. The negative CCI suggests mildly oversold conditions, supporting 34.54 and 34.28 as bases. A move above negative 50 could target 35.42 resistance. MFI 14, 42.14. The money flow index is neutral, supporting 34.54 as a base. A move above 50 could target 35.83, while a drop below 30 may test 34.28 support. MACD, negative 0.035, histogram, negative 0.157. The negative MACD and histogram indicate bearish momentum, reinforcing 34.54 as a critical support. A positive crossover could target 35.42 or 35.83 resistances. Arun oscillator, negative 71.43. The negative Arun oscillator suggests bearish trend strength, supporting 34.28 as a base. A move above 0 could test 36.33 resistance. OBV, on balance volume, 89,182,771. On balance volume shows accumulation with spikes on April 24, 44,282,341 shares, May 30, 31,652,156 shares, and June 20, 42,693,904 shares, reinforcing 33.83 and 34.3 as supports and 36.33 as a resistance, with volumes significantly above the average, about 15 to 25 million shares.
Volume analysis. Volume spikes on April 24, 44,282,341 shares, May 30, 31,652,156 shares, and June 20, 42,693,904 shares indicate strong market participation. These levels reinforce 33.83 and 34.33 as supports and 36.33 as a resistance, with volumes significantly above the average, about 15 to 25 million shares.
Next trading day outlook. The July 18 close at 34.54 with RSI 44.83, StochRSI K 11.58, and CCI negative 91.94 suggests neutral to slightly oversold conditions with potential for consolidation or a minor bounce. The opening price is expected to range between 32.67 and 36.41, with 34.54 as a pivot support. A breakout above 35.42 with volume greater than 25 million shares could target 35.83 or 36.33 resistances, while a drop below 34.54 could test 34.28 or 34.38 supports. Conclusion and strategy. Support strategy. 34.54 and 34.28 offer near-term buying opportunities, with 34.38 and 33.83 as mid- and long-term bases supported by high volume. Volume spikes greater than 25 million shares can confirm these levels. Resistance strategy. 35.42 is the immediate resistance, with 35.83 and 36.33 as secondary barriers. A breakout above 35.83 requires volume greater than 25 million shares. Neutral indicators suggest cautious optimism for a bounce toward these resistances. Risk management. For short-term trades, set stop loss below 34.54. For longer-term trades, below 34.28. Profit taking near 35.42 is advisable due to strong resistance.